Hi. So on today's episode of Kenet's Diary, that's me, I wanted to talk about how I'm feeling about the fact that Albert met our bio dad. I know. So if you guys haven't been following, there is a picture on Leah and Blair's website, on their page, that shows Albert and our bio dad like talking, and they're both smiling, which was really nice. But a little backstory. When Leah and Blair got there, Blair had sent me a message and asked me to make a video, like a short video for that they could play for our bio dad. And I made this video short and sweet and to the point, and I'll try to add it on here. Hi, Paul. My name is Kenet, and I am your daughter. I found out through a DNA test that the dad that raised me is not my biological dad, but instead you are. I'm not sure if you even know about me or not. I was born in the Philippines in 1988, but I don't want anything. I just wanted to say hi. I hope that you can open your heart and do that for me. I don't want anything in return. I just want to let you know that I'm your daughter, and I think we look so much alike. What do you think? Okay, I hope to talk to you soon. Yeah, so I played that video just so it would kind of soften his heart a little bit, because, he wasn't expecting Albert there. He wasn't expecting anyone, I don't think.
Mommy!
Yes, baby, yes.
Mommy! Mommy!
He's watching Nemo, and he gets really excited when he sees the shark. Yeah, it's a shark. Uh-oh. I know. Yeah, so he, so I made that video, and I guess they played it for our bio dad, and I'm guessing it worked, because he was open to talking to Leah and Blair, which was really nice. And then Leah says, yeah, this is Kenet, she's your daughter, she's your only daughter. And you guys want to know what his response was? He says, yeah, so far. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like that response right there is just telling, I think it tells a lot about his personality. And it just says a lot about him as a person. It's one thing to be surprised and not know anything, about your kids or potential kids being out there. But with his response and him saying, yeah, so far, I feel like he knew, he knew what he was doing, and he knew that he was having, relationships with these women or one-night stands. I don't know what he had, but definitely having children with them, and he didn't seem to really care. So I don't know. It's just not that it's surprising, because it's not, based on what Alex and Brendan had already shared with us on how they are or how he is. It's not surprising, but when I feel like when we get older, we tend to, I don't know, be a little softer. It's like, oh, well, I look back on my life and I wish I could have done this differently or done that differently, or just different things like that. And he didn't. He from that response, I think that he's the same person he always was. And to be honest, it seems like he's a little bit narcissistic. So kind of making it about him, and I don't know, it's just not very kind, I guess. So Albert actually called me as soon as he left, and I knew the time that he was meeting him, and I was sitting next to my phone because I wanted to make sure that he was okay. I wanted to make sure that, if I needed to fly down to Thailand, I could fight this man. But I just, more or less, I just wanted to really be there for Albert, for support, because I couldn't be there in person, and I know that his anxiety kind of gets to him, and I think he had a couple of anxiety attacks, so I just feel really, really bad for him. So I wanted to make sure he was okay, and it was probably like an hour after the time I expected him to call that he finally called. Oh, hi. Hi.
Mommy.
Here's Ollie. Say hi. Hi, everyone. Your hair is getting so long. Yeah. You want to show them Dino on your shirt? What does a Dino say? Dino says, rawr, right?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What? Oh, don't put your foot up there. Are you waving with your foot? Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, the other one. Boop, boop, boop. All right, sorry about that, guys. A little break. I gave him some snacks. So, yes, so Albert called me right after he met with him, and I think he was happy. He was happy that he finally met him, and he did say that he didn't have enough time with him, so that, that's understandable. I hope that he got some answers that he was looking for. I hope that, it kind of clears things up for him, based on how I'm feeling. I know a lot of people have asked, like, oh, how do you feel that, Albert met your bio dad? And, Leah and Blair, they work some magic, let me tell you. I don't know how they pulled that off and how they did that, but those two, they are amazing. And, I think how I'm feeling, I'm not really sure. I don't know if it's hard, because it's like, okay, this is kind of what I expect, but it's not what I expect at the same time. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm making any sense, but I think when I talked to Albert, he did give him, our bio dad gave Albert his email. So Albert sent it to me, and so now I have his email, and I haven't reached out to him. And I don't know if I want to be honest. I guess I just didn't really expect to hear from him, to have him give me his email. I didn't expect to have any kind of conversation or connection or relationship or anything like that. So I don't know. I guess I just didn't really expect this to happen. Yeah, so I'm not sure. But let me know what you guys think, and if you think I should email him or not. Maybe you guys can kind of help me make that decision, because I don't know. I don't know what to do, but at least the ball is in my court, right? At least it's up to me if I want to reach out to him or not. So at least there's that. But yeah, I'm happy for Albert. I'm happy that he met our bio dad. But for me, I don't know. Sad, maybe. Sad that, like, in a way, I wasn't there, and I didn't get to meet him, but relieved that it went well and that he's open to having another child, and a daughter, so far, right? That I'm the only one so far. Yeah, unsure. Maybe that's another word that I'm feeling. Happy that he wants me to reach out, but kind of nervous that you know, what if I reach out and then he emails me back and then that's like the end of the conversation, you know, he acknowledges me and then that's it. So I'm not sure. You know, at the end of the day, I do have a dad that I grew up with, whether he's my biological dad or not, you know, he is my dad. And he is going to be here in a couple weeks because he's coming to my graduation, and then he'll be here for my daughter's graduation as well, which is really nice. So I'm looking forward to that. They are flying in from Oklahoma. So yeah, I'm just really happy, and you know, it's kind of like count your blessings where you have them, right? So I am grateful that I do have the dad that I have, and I'm also grateful that, you know, our bio dad wants to you know, me to email him. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I do it? I don't know. I guess maybe if you were in my shoes, what would you do? You know, and just kind of give me some feedback. Let me know what you guys would do, and share your thoughts, and share some prayers that, you know, if I do, hopefully it goes well. And yeah, I think I just have some mixed emotions, I guess, is what I'm feeling. So I'm not really sure. And I just wanted to fill you guys in on that. And I know a lot of you have asked how I feel about Albert meeting our bio dad, so I wanted to kind of share my side, you know, and let you guys know how I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, you know, all those things. And again, thank you guys for being on this journey with me. I really appreciate it. And I'm being really quiet right now because I just put Ollie down for a nap. So, but yeah, I want to just say thank you all, and I will see you guys on the next episode of Kenet's Diary. Okay, bye.